In this video, I will cover how you can use filter activity in Microsoft Fabric data pipelines for some extra logic. Stay tuned. Welcome to the video. My name is Aleksi and on this channel I cover Microsoft Fabric and Azure related topics. In this video, we're continuing our journey with Microsoft Fabric data engineering, and today we're going to cover filter activity. This video is also part of my Microsoft Fabric data engineering series. A link to the playlist can be found in the description. But now let's open up Fabric and check out how to use the filter activity in data pipelines. Now I have the Microsoft Fabric open here and I have this blank pipeline canvas open. Now let's add filter activity to this canvas and let's talk about what this filter activity does. Basically, this is an activity that can be used to filter out arrays based on some condition. Basically, you can think about this filter activity as a loop that will iterate over an array and then select only those items from that array that meet the certain condition that has been specified. And now let's check out the settings tab of this filter activity. Here we have to define the list of items, basically an array that will be filtered by using this filter activity. And then we define a condition that filters out those items. Now let's demonstrate how this activity works by creating a parameter to this pipeline. Let's call that parameter as param1. And then we have to change the type to array and then just add a simple array to this parameter. In that array we have only 1, 2, and 3. So basically those numbers, and then we would like to filter out this. Now let's go to our filter activity and let's specify the items that we want to filter, and we are going to use that parameter that I just defined. So we can select that and then we can specify the condition that we want to use to filter out this. This filter activity works in very similar fashion as the for each activity, and basically we also have this @item reference that we can use to filter out items. And by using this @item reference, we can refer to the current item in the loop. For example, if we have that array with 1, 2, and 3, then we would start to iterate over it and we would first check the condition for the number 1, and then we would check the condition for the number 2, and then we would check the condition for the number 3. And now we would like to build an expression that would filter out the number 2 out of that list. And that expression would go like this. First, we have there the equals function that would check, is the item currently being iterated over number 2? And then we want to wrap this equals function to not function because we don't want to have that number 2. By combining these two functions, we would create a logic that says not equals 2. Basically, this means that if the items equal something else than 2, then it will be not filtered out. And good thing to note here that this logic in this expression with the filter activity has to resolve into a Boolean value, meaning true or false. And there are a bunch of different functions that will eventually resolve to a Boolean value, and these not and equals functions are just a few of those. But yeah, this expression is now ready and we can try to run this pipeline and see what happens. So then we have our parameter 1, 2, 3, and now we want to filter out that list. And now our pipeline has completed and we can check the output from our filter activity. We can see that we get this value out from our filter activity and we can see that we have a list there or an array. And in that array we have only 1 and 3, which means that our filter activity dropped out that 2 from our list. Next, let's do a bit more complex example using this filter activity. But before we do that, I would like you to know that I spent a ton of my free time creating these videos for you. And that's why I would like you to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more Microsoft Fabric data engineering content. It doesn't cost you anything and I would highly appreciate that. But now let's go to Fabric and do a bit more complex example using the filter activity. Now I have another blank pipeline canvas open here, and this time I want to do a bit more realistic scenario using the filter activity. And we can check out my lakehouse where I have a folder, and in that folder I have 3 files, and we can see that we have 2 CSV files and 1 TXT file. In this scenario I want to first use the Get Metadata Activity to read the child items of this folder and then filter out from that list only the files that have .csv ending. And we can go to our pipeline and do that. Let's first add the Get Metadata activity here. And we have already covered this Get Metadata activity in previous episode in this series, so I'm not going to spend that much time covering it this time. So let's select our lakehouse, and then we want the file section, and then we want to specify our directory. And from this directory, we want to get the child items. And this means that we are getting the child items from this folder. And now let's run our Get Metadata activity and let's see what happens and what kind of output it will yield. And now our pipeline is running. And now our pipeline has succeeded, and we can check out the outputs of our Get Metadata activity. As you can see, we have this child items list here, where we have 3 objects containing these files. So basically, we would like to filter out our child items based on the condition that the name of the file contains .csv. And that is something that we are going to do next. So let's close this output, and then let's add filter activity to this pipeline. And now we want to filter out this Get Metadata activity output, and especially the child items. And this child items is now the array that we are going to filter out. And then to the condition, we want to specify the expression that would filter out based on the name. And I have already prepared the expression, and it would look like something like this. So basically, we are getting that at item that would refer the current item that we are iterating, and then we would get that dot name. If you remember, that item is actually an object, and in that object we have that property called name, and with this dot name reference we can get that. And then we want to check that does it contain .csv, and if it does contain .csv, then it's not going to be filtered out from our list. And now we can click OK, and we can try to run this pipeline and see what happens. Now our pipeline is running, and now it has succeeded, and we can check out the outputs of our filter. And we can see that now we have filtered that list of child items, and we only have those CSV files there. I hope you now have an understanding how to use filter activity in Microsoft Fabric data pipelines. If you'd like to learn more about Fabric, check out this video next. Now I thank you for watching and see you in that video.